This is video 37 of a 45 video commitment to my 40th birthday. The message today is that people and weather are the same. You can't change either. All you can do is prepare and protect yourself from both. See, a lot of people go through life, and I used to believe the same thing, is that I could change people. But the truth is that I can only change myself. I can try to inspire people. I can try to persuade people, motivate people, and get people to take actions that are going to help them fulfill their dreams. But I can't get anyone to change. As I've said before, is that you can motivate the world, but you can only change one person. And similar to the weather, obviously, we're not going to change the weather. I mean, I guess there's the technology out that they use up in Alaska to move snow clouds called HAARP, H-A-A-R-P. And there's been suspicion that it's been used in other areas of the world, but this isn't a story about weather. This is just about how you just deal with what's going on in your life. If you don't enjoy the weather, like you maybe not enjoy a person around you, all you can do is either get away from them or learn to prepare to protect yourself from that person. If it's someone you know, maybe you need to do some energy shielding, or you need to change your perspective of who they are instead of having them control you with them not even being around. And before you meet someone, if you've already got a negative expectation of how it's going to go, you're probably right. It's probably not going to be very fun. And you're going to be miserable at least until it maybe turns fun. So, does it make sense to have that perspective that someone is going to give you an unpleasant time? And does it make sense to even hang out with that person? And I get that some people may be someone you can't avoid. But maybe you don't have to be around them as long, or interact with them as long as you have to. Or maybe you could approach them differently. Approach them from who you expect them or you want them to be. And only relate to them in that way. So if it's someone you don't approve of, maybe you relate to them as you already do approve of them, and that you have instant rapport with them, and that you're grateful for them. So approach them and make it a fun game. Compliment them on something that maybe they wouldn't get a compliment about. And that may give them a new perspective on their life. And that who they are is just a reflection of who they think they are. So when they treat you badly, that's just the way they feel inside coming out. Like Wayne Dyer used to say that when you squeeze an orange, you always get orange juice. And the same idea is when someone gets stressed, what comes out is really who they are. So if you can relate to them differently, maybe they'll see a new side of them that they never realized. Or maybe they didn't realize that someone noticed something. It could be something small. It doesn't have to be anything big. So focus on changing yourself. If you're going to change anything in this world, it's going to start with changing yourself. So if you want to change your lifestyle, you got to change your thinking. Because your thinking is going to lead to your actions. And your actions are going to lead to a result. And if you do the actions enough time, those actions become habits. And that's really how successful becomes successful, is they have different habits. They don't do one thing once and then, like, winning the lottery. Most successful people are successful through repetition. They're successful because of who they are, not because of what they have. So if you're going to be in a situation where maybe it's a group of people, maybe it's one person, prepare yourself to go in there at the highest level with the greatest love, generosity that you can bring to the event. And if you get exhausted, step away. If you can't revitalize yourself and regenerate your energy, maybe just stay away for a while. Don't go back. Your well-being and happiness should be the most important thing to you. Because if you don't have good health, you don't have happiness, then the only thing you can share is poor health and not being happy, whatever that is. That can be frustration, anger, anxiety, depression, whatever it is. But if it's not happy, then you're sharing something that's unhappy.